Hello, my people of goodwill. How una dey? Area mama greet una. I salute. See what's on my screen from the Punch. U.S. court orders FBI, DEA department to release Tinubu's probe records. U.S. court orders FBI to release Tinubu's files. Breaking news. Okay? Breaking news, my people. So, what do we say to this? Maybe coming, maybe coming a little late. One would expect that this would have come sooner than now. But this is when we have it. Does it have any effect? Yes and no. Yes, because it matters a lot to be sure that your president, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is a drug peddler, a convicted drug peddler, Pablo Escobar. So U.S. courts, this information, it was very difficult to release under Joe Biden's administration. For some reasons, the guy refused because they said Tinubu was a person of interest, and the releasing of those files would jeopardize a lot of things. So the files were released very sketchy, and it was redacted. If you recall, it was all redacted. So there was no vital information which we could get. No vital information. Tinubu scaled through. But, just look at the whole picture. With the plethora of crimes on his hands and all the convictions and all of that, Tinubu was able to clinch victory in the court of injustice that we have in Nigeria. Is it not a shame to our injustices? Is it not a shame? They call themselves judges. Is it not a shame that with all these problems on Tinubu's hands, he was still able to scale through? So let me read some of what Punch said in his in the letter today. U.S. court, Tinubu. It's painful that you still there. It's very, very painful because this is not what we expected, right? We would have expected that at this point in time, somebody with a criminal record, somebody, in fact, to be eligible for any kind of public office like that, you can't have criminal record. You can't. You just can't. But he does. And Nigerian courts, Nigerian people, the Emilokons, the Yoruba Ronus, they deemed it fit that this guy was their best. So even crown it all, he did not win the election. He grabbed it and snatched it. And at the end of the day, we are all in hot soup, woto soup. Anyways, so let's go on with the Punch. Where a United States District Court in Colombia has ordered, I'm reading from the Punch on my phone, has ordered the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Drug Enforcement Agency, Drug Enforcement Administration, to release records relating to the criminal investigation of President Bola Tinubu over alleged drug trafficking. Judge Barry Howell, in a ruling dated April 8, which can be found on the court's website, directed both agencies to search and process non-exempt records tied to freedom of information. Request filed by American researcher Aaron Greenspan. David Hudain was working, they worked together. And they refused. So they had to sue the department, the federal department, that bureau, to get this information. They sued them and they won this lawsuit. Thank you so much, David Udain. Thank you, Greenspan. Founder of legal transparency platform Plainsight, had submitted 12 FOIA requests between 2022 and 2023 seeking information on the Chicago drug ring that operated in the early 1990s. His request included records on Tinubu and 3 others, Lee Andrew Edwards Mewis, Abegboyega Kande, and Abiodun Agbele. The FBI and DEA, Department Enforcement Administration, had previously issued glamour responses, a refusal to confirm or deny the existence of requested records, but the court ruled that such responses were improper in this case. The FBI and DEA have now been ordered to conduct a search and release non-exempt materials, while the parties are to report back to the court in the case status by May 2nd, 2025. The judgment read, the FBI and DEA have both officially confirmed investigations of Tinubu relating to the drug trafficking ring. Any privacy interest implicated by this department requests the FBI and DEA for records about Tinubu are overcome by the public interest in release of such information. Since the FBI and DEA have provided no information to establish that a cognizable privacy interest exists in keeping secret the fact that Tinubu was a subject of criminal investigation, they have failed to meet their burden to sustain their glamour responses and provide an additional response, a reason why these responses must be lifted. The court upheld the glamour response after Greenspan conceded that the agency had acknowledged the existence of responsive records. The judge ruled for the reasons discussed above, plaintiff is entitled to summary judgment as to each of the 4 glamour responses asserted by defendant FBI and DEA, while defendant CIA is entitled to summary judgment since glamour response was properly asserted. Accordingly, the FBI and DEA must search and process non-exempt record responsive to the FOIA request directed to these agencies. Meanwhile, is entitled to the CIA. Meanwhile, is entitled to the judgment in its favor in this case. The remaining parties are directed to fight jointly by May 2nd, 2025. A report on the status of any outstanding issues in the case as described in the accompanying order. So, what are we saying here? Tinubu, your president, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, was indicted before in drug trafficking. He forfeited $460,000 and just ran away. He vanished from America. So this guy coming home, changed all records and everything. And all the while, he has managed to smuggle himself, to weasel himself into the public eye. Till date, he is the president of the Republic of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the court, when I just opened this program just now, I told you that it is a shame that the court and every other person supporting this man, this drug lord, as the president of Nigeria, have really, did us, bad. They didn't do any, they did a big disservice, a huge disservice to Nigerians. That this man, with all this plethora of crimes on his hands, on his table, still managed to be our president. In fact, without this drug, whatever, this man has no identity. In fact, can you count? He has no identity. He has dual citizenship that he did not even report at the time that he was supposed to do it. So many things. And just to crown it all, the election that produced Bola Tinubu to us, to Nigerians, he never won that election. He never won. He snatched the ballot. He snatched it. He destroyed it. So he clinched victory. And at the end of the day, the injustices in the court of law, the Supreme Court upheld this illegality, which we are all suffering together today. At least this story, that is brewing right now, will it help you? Yes and no. Yes, because it makes him a confirmed drug peddler, a drug baron. So that, it's now written in bold sentences, in bold language, that Tinubu is a drug peddler. And no, because he's already sitting there. And Nigerians, just the way you see them, many of them are senseless. They are going to tell you, it no matter. It no matter, it don't already enter. He go serve for 8 years because they love rotting things. Can you imagine, after suffering from Buhari, after all the suffering from Buhari, this is what we get. This is what we also uphold as our president. It is a pity because suffer not they tire any of them. Suffer not they tire them. So it is a pity, my people of goodwill. Suffer not they tire them. So Tinubu now has been confirmed. They said they have a court date. Don't mind what Onanuga, that his private servants, the news that he's bringing out now, trying to do damage control. Don't even listen to him. Listen to the American news. Listen to Punch. Listen to what they are saying. Don't just ignore Onanuga. Ignore him for all you care. Ignore him, because that guy is trying to do damage control. It's not going to work. So your president, Escobar Pablo, is a confirmed drug peddler. So things are not working well for us. Things are not working well. We wish for things to change, but really things are not working well. Things are not working well. So this is what we got. So my people, my lovers, this is your head. They said when the head is rotting, every other thing, the hand, the leg, the mouth would not work because the head is rotting. So this one way they rule una so una koyo. Now I go fit tell una. So this kind of person now, to just crown it all, the oga pata of them all now be say the guy is clueless, absolutely clueless. He has no basis. Tinubu has no business being a president. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. They are faulting everybody. Anyone that says anything, they come after them. If you talk, you are in trouble. If you do this, you are in trouble. If you do, you cannot talk. We are in an autocracy, tyranny, where you cannot speak, like a military regime, where you cannot speak, where you cannot air your views, no freedom of speech, no freedom of movement, no freedom of association under the Tinubu's regime. This same man is the same person. This man is the same person terrorizing the whole of Nigeria. How? Democratically, he is an anti-democrat. He is the same person destroying our democracy. He didn't win any election, to start with. He goes around, he flips elections, he rigs elections, and even if they go to court, he makes sure that it tilts to his favor or to his candidates. So he wants to turn Nigeria into a one-party system. This man, in fact, is the worst to go down in history right now as we speak. Tinubu is of no good to you. Tinubu is the worst man on earth. The most terrible president on earth. Right now, they are going after Idris Abdul Karim because he said, Sheyi, tell your papa say country hard. Is there anything that is different from what we are going through? What has Idris said that does not conform with what we are experiencing today? What has he said? So my people, I leave that question to you. I will see you in my next video. So before that, do me a favor, please. I want you to share, like, and comment. It is Area Mama on the beat. Please do this for me. Don't forget to like, please. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment. So I just want to remind you that your president is a convicted drug baron. Thank you. I'll see you. Bye. See you soon. See you soon.
Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heart